And 1, 2, 3. God damn it. We are Black Taxi with Vinyl Magazine.
Yes, that's it. That was great. Y'all are very, very big in New York. Why do you think that is? Is it just because you're from there? Or do you think the city just accepts you just because? I don't know.
We do really well there. That's where we started. We got a lot of friends who supported us in the beginning. And kind of how it works is like you bring all your friends to the show a bunch of times, and then it convinces a bunch of other people at the venue that you draw a crowd, and then they come back and they're just strangers and fans the next time, and it just gets bigger and bigger. So it's we've somehow convinced some people there that we're a halfway decent act. We've never missed a gig.
We've never missed a gig.
Really?
We are the
Never.
Cal Ripken.
In
Cal Ripken
7
Jr.
years,
of
we've never
music.
missed a gig.
Your music has been described in a variety of ways. It's been like gritty and poppy and dancey. It's pretty wide, expanding genre. So how would you describe your music?
We've tried to find a way. We invented this term grit pop because nobody could hold us down to any one genre. Nobody could really describe us well. And we just figured, we do sort of gnarly, raw rock and roll, but it's also poppy. We write rock songs, we write pop songs, and they're dancey, and they're also kind of mean and dirty. And we thought grit pop really worked out well, and that's kind of stands as the best way we've described it so far.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the other word, I try to stay away from the word party because, it's a fun show, but I like to think, Bill's one of the songwriters, so is Ezra, lyrics-wise, and there's some really smart, introspective lyrics. I guess the closest thing besides grit pop is visceral. There's a lot of energy behind it. It could be really upbeat or downbeat or happy or a little dark. I guess visceral for me is another way to describe it besides grit pop.
So I saw y'all at South by Southwest. Y'all were the very last band that we saw.
This year was more leisurely than some other years in the past. We've done 8 or 10 shows in a matter of 3 or 4 days before, and it takes a lot out of you. It's not performing itself is fine. I could do that I could do that all day long, but loading your gear in and out of a place twice or 3 times in a day, and also everybody that's there is buying you drinks, and it's hard to say no when everybody's having a party and stuff. So you're always drinking and always partying and playing 2 to 3 shows a day for an entire week. And by the end of it, you're lucky if you're not sick.
It's South by Southwest is really great for music lovers, but for musicians, it takes a couple notches down. Yeah. But
I felt stupid because I was tired and I would have 4 interviews a day, and I was like, this is exhausting. And then I was
get out of here.
I was I need to be quiet.
This isn't that heavy.
So y'all have been doing a lot of EPs. Is there a reason you're doing EPs and not waiting for a full length? Do you get that question a lot?
Don't get me started. No, it's funny. We had a plan to do a series of EPs. We signed on with a record label called No Shame, which has been awesome. They're awesome guys, and they've been treating us really well. And they initially the plan was to do a bunch of EPs because it's a smaller period of time for recording, and you do the release and see how it does and all that stuff. But we're talking about a full length, and that may be the next thing on the agenda. So no promises as far as release date and all that stuff. But I will say that as soon as we get back from this tour, we start recording. Yep. The writing is there. It's we have a few loose ends to tie up, but there's going to be a lot of new material that's never been played before. We never a lot of times we'll play our new material for a couple of tours before we even record it, which is actually kind of a luxury because you can see how people respond to it. People see if people like the material. Yeah. But this time we're going in raw, and it's going to be totally raw experience. We've never played this stuff before, so hoping for the best. It's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Your music videos get a lot of recognition. Who comes up with the ideas for those videos?
But besides a couple of them, our first director that we work with for things of that nature was this guy named David Franklin.
Franklin?
Yeah, he's a great director, good friend of ours. He just got married. Congratulations, David. And he's done a trilogy of music videos He's made Up Here for Thinking. And he's made Hand, and he's
House
made
on Fire.
and House on Fire. So I think we've like shot our trilogy load on that, and so it's time for us to work on other music directors. But I think anything that's kind of thought-provoking or interesting and funny and weird it works. Abstract's great. Shoe Shine was our really popular video because it was nominated for Adam Hutnick, and that's nominated for Webby Award. And it was just really stylized and really fun. Probably the first and last time I think I will ever dance in front of the camera.
My other last question is, what is next for you guys? Besides what you already told me.
I mean, we're pretty much covered it. We're going, as soon as this tour is done, we go back to New York and we start recording. And we'll be recording for a couple of months, and we'll be releasing a new album. And then after that, we're definitely doing South by Southwest in March, and we'll be doing a tour at that same time on the way to South by Southwest and beyond. Where that goes exactly is being decided right now.
All right.
We'll be shooting another video too when we get back. We probably talked about that.
You'll be shooting another video when you get back. No.
Have at it.
No, that's it.
And tomorrow we'll be in Mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile.
Alabama Music Box. So talking about the Close feature, that's what's happening.
Okay.
And then NOLA, which we're all super excited for.
Yeah.
Gassa Gassa.